Now, community leaders have welcomed a major cash injection to help the regeneration of interface areas in North Belfast.
The news came as pupils from one school revealed they've written to the Queen and the Pope explaining why they want the peace walls to come down. It's not the sort of peace wall we're used to seeing in Northern Ireland, but here at Star of the Sea Primary in the New Lodge in North Belfast, pupils have been working hard to build their own version of one. These girls are among those who've written to public figures across the world about peace and reconciliation.
We don't need the peace wall because we don't need to separate anyone, because we're all human beings and we should all get along, really.
And who did you write to, Ciara?
I wrote to the Speaker of the House of Commons and Alex Ferguson, but Alex Ferguson hasn't replied yet.
There's a message for Sir Alex?
Hopefully, yeah.
And who else is on the peace wall?
There's the Queen, there's Pope Benedict, there's Paul Clark.
Well, we started off, it was a letter writing project, a literacy project, and then we just decided to talk about peace and reconciliation, just because the children live in a segregated area close to peace walls. So we just talked about peace walls and the effect that they have, and we decided to write to people who could influence peace and reconciliation in our country, and it just really went from there.
Just around the corner in Duncairn Gardens, the International Fund for Ireland announced an investment of more than £400,000 to help work towards the regeneration of interface areas. And they hope that someday that will lead to the eventual removal of peace walls altogether.
We are looking at opportunities to use derelict sites so that they come into meaningful community use. So, for example, we have a derelict space behind us on Adam Street, and we are looking at designing and building a shared space for both Tigers Bay and New Lodge residents.
What we're doing is trying to address the last remaining vestiges of the difficult past that we've had. And peace walls and the programme for us is hugely important. What we're trying to do is back local people on the ground who want to imagine a community that is different. It's a community that has a different shape in terms of the physical barriers that separate people.
While much work has already been done on the ground, a recent survey showed the majority of residents still think peace walls are necessary to prevent violence. But it's their children who are leading the way with a new vision beyond the barriers.